What do you want to do tonight? I mean, you want to watch like a scary movie or something? Or
We could.
we could.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, we got to go live first.
Oh, yeah.
We
They'll
better
be
do
waiting.
that. Oops. Well, hello there, Parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. Let's talk paranormal live. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
And I'm your co-host, Marianne Donnelly.
Tonight, on this live stream, we are starting part one of a two-part series talking about the Blackwell Ghost. Getting back to Let's Talk Paranormal with this one. All right? Hey, but before we do that, we got to cover some housekeeping since we only go live once a week.
You're so sick.
Yeah, I am.
I don't know what's wrong with my hair. It's crooked. It's like long on this side and short on this side.
I told you your head's crooked. So while we're doing that, everybody who's in chat, please chime in and let us know where you are from while we get everything ready to go. Tonight's show is brought to you by, well, actually supported by
Crash Palace, Thor 2000, and Bring Back Fear. Also, we have our Patreon supporter, BU Be Unique.
And how can you become a show supporter?
You could become a show supporter by following us on Twitter, liking, retweeting, and commenting on our posts as often as you can. Be in the top 3, and you would be one of our supporters.
That's right.
Or,
but
wait, there's more.
Wait.
Or you can be a Patreon supporter of $5 or more a month and become one of our Patreon supporters.
That's right. Now, our Twitter account is a little bit messed up.
It's messed up?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Did you break it?
It's at Panic Database, not at Panic D Videos. It's at Panic Database.
Oh.
So, find us on Twitter.
I thought you broke it.
No, I didn't break it. I didn't break it. I did not break it.
Okay.
All right. So, we are live. Just a disclaimer, I say it every time we go live that I'll probably make mistakes, but Marianne's main job is to sit here and correct me.
I'll try real hard.
If you are new to our channel and just stopping in for the first time, Marianne, would you like to tell them who we are?
You know you're better at that than I am.
Well, I'm going to ask you every time.
I know.
Like we said in the beginning of the show, Sean and Marianne Donnelly, owners of PanicD.com and DarkShadowGhostTours.com. Back in November of 2017, we started a series called Our Haunted Travels, and it features over the 200 locations that we've been to out of the PanicD.com database.
That's right.
Each week we try to feature a new location. At least that's what our schedule is. What are you looking at? She's mesmerized.
I'm watching myself.
It's here.
I know. I'm watching myself and checking my hair because it's like so crooked and it's freaking me out today. So I'm trying really hard to make it. So I'm looking in the thing and trying to figure out if it's live or not to see whether it's fixed or
All
not.
right, well, you just threw off my commercial.
Sorry. Start again.
No, I'm not going to start again. I don't want to bore everybody.
How could they be bored with the hair problems?
I don't know where I was at.
Basically, we go to haunted or locations with haunted paranormal claims.
Yeah.
And we go there, we check them out, we take pictures, we try to see if we find anything.
So on our channel, each week we try to feature one of these locations.
That's
and
right.
We tell you the history, the ghost stories, and folklore behind them, our personal experiences,
If
and
we
whether
had
we
any.
found anything while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Better?
what our channel is
There you
about.
go.
There we go.
There you go.
All right. So, hey, it's that time. We actually have... Yours says 10. Mine says 11. Who knows? We have some people watching. So, if you haven't already done so, and I'm watching chat, and I thank everybody who has already done this, but go ahead and tweet it out. Put it out on your social media. Let's see if we can get some more people in here before we start rocking and rolling. And those of you who already done, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We really do appreciate it. Right. I don't know that our numbers are up there enough to kind of trigger YouTube to recognize.
No, they're not.
But that's okay. We'll get there.
Someday.
Someday I wish upon a... Oh, shut up. Copyright strike. Rewind. All right. Oh, okay, I did that. It's time for the roll call.
All right, let's see who's here.
Roll call.
We have Gemma's Journey Grace. We have Irish Whiskey Paranormal, Joy Stewart, Annette Reagan, PSPR Paranormal Pursuit, Timber Hill Redbones. And I know there are more, and it just doesn't list you because I saw some others, and
they just didn't say hi, or they're
maybe
lurking. But
yes,
that's okay. As people pop in, we will say hello.
That's right.
All right, so again, we're going to be talking about the Blackwell Ghost. We're actually starting a 2-part series, so if you're just popping in now, that's actually what the show's about. We're going to be doing that here in a little bit. But before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about our Patreon page. Okay. Mm-hmm. You can follow us on Patreon without being a paid supporter. We're posting information out there. And the reason why I bring it up now, it's like more important because what we're talking about with the Blackwell Ghost here, we're going to be posting some of these links on there that you can go and follow along with some of our research on how we do things. Mm-hmm. There's also some videos. If you want to be a paid supporter, it's only like $1 a month, $12 a year. Okay, but I've already got some videos out there that are some behind the scenes stuff. We have the recording of the audio that we did for this past week to show you how we do that and how we actually did the radio show, well, the podcast, and the videos, and we did all that stuff. So it's a longer version of Fort Zachary, which was kind of cool. Lanterman's Mill, we did kind of like a little vlog style when we were there just for our Patreon supporters, so that's out there now too. The Reynolds Bricks, the story of the Reynolds Bricks is out there, and the Lincoln Room when we're at the Farnsworth. So there's some videos just for our paid Patreon supporters, and I wanted to mention that. Tonight after the show, we're going to be making a video for next week show, but we may have a longer version that we'll put on Patreon. So I just wanted to bring that up. But you don't have to be a paid supporter to see some of the links that we post. So that's why I kind of push the Patreon so you guys can follow along with our research, since we really haven't been doing Discord.
No, I can't get into it.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to do that. I don't know.
Like, we know how to do it. It's just...
Yeah, it's just incorporating it. It's kind of
we suck
different.
at it.
Pretty much. All right, are you ready?
Sure, why not?
I still haven't brought over your video yet, but we'll just do that. It's time for Mary Ann's eBay update.
Oh my gosh. You're sick and twisted.
Yes, I am.
All right, well, I'm going to show off part of your Christmas present.
Okay.
So this year for Christmas, I decided to go on eBay for Sean.
Shocker.
That way he wouldn't find it anywhere else. But anyways, what I did was I got some little pieces of some of the films.
What's your mic?
So I'm going to try not to blind you.
She's going to try not to blind you.
So there's a flashlight coming. I don't know if you can see, but these are pieces of the films from some different movies. And I got him some from the Haunted Mansion. And I got him from some of the Star Wars ones. Let's see.
Well, the original Star Wars.
Yeah, so the original Star Wars. These were from, the ones from the reels that were, at the movie theaters and things like that. And so they're just these little strips of 5 celluloid cells.
Yeah, I just have to figure out how I'm going to display them, though.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But, yeah, they're pretty cool.
But anyways, I got him several of these for the holiday, and that's my eBay purchase for the day.
All right.
He thought they were kind of cool, right?
They're very cool.
Okay.
I love them. I just got to figure out how to display them.
Yeah, so I got him some from the Haunted Mansion because, we're supposed to be a haunted channel. And then I got him Star Wars because he likes Star Wars stuff. So that was that. Merry Christmas, dear.
Thank you.
And they did come before Christmas. Actually, they came, in October. And I said, hey, do you want me to give you these now or wait till Christmas? And you said, wait till Christmas. So I'd been sitting on them for quite some time. But
all right, so it's time to change things up and start talking about our theme. And we did that in 10 minutes.
You did that in 10 minutes? That's ridiculous. How did you do that? What did you skip? What did you forget?
I don't know. Probably something. I don't know. All right, so before we get rocking on this, is anybody in chat seen the documentary called The Blackwell Ghost? It's on Amazon Prime. If you have not seen it, please say no in chat. If you have seen it, please say yes. And while you're doing that, I am going to turn on some music. Please let me know if this is too loud or not loud enough.
What kind of music are you going to put on now?
Music that you can't hear.
I know. I can hear it. Where's it coming from? Where's it coming from? Did you actually hook up the speaker?
No, I didn't. Not here, but...
No, it's not coming out of this one.
Pusha Studios is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Is that music too loud or not loud enough?
So Timber Hill Redbone says no. Joyce Stewart says no.
I think they're replying no. Back to the.
Gemma said no. I think that's for whether they saw the movie or not.
Right.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like anybody saw it, which is interesting.
Timber Hill says perfect.
Okay. So we have a scary background music. Is that what we're
Yes, we
getting
do.
Wow. All right. Well, anyways.
All right. So.
I don't hear it anymore.
That's plenty. We're good.
Pusha says they like this music.
Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the documentary. Okay. The Blackwell Ghost is actually a documentary. If you have Amazon Prime, it's on there for free.
Pusha says can't hear you too well.
Can't hear us or can't hear the music? Can't hear why too well.
I assume that was you. As
I could turn the music down. Our microphone is cranked. I'll turn the music down. There you go. Hopefully you hear us better.
Sean's mic is low.
Well, we got the same mic.
Yeah, we're sharing a mic actually.
Got the same mic.
What about me? Do I just talk louder than Sean?
Yes. Probably do.
Is that why you always have it pointed at yourself?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, when I turn this way, you guys probably can't hear me because I'm talking to the screen. So I will make sure when I talk that I talk towards the mic. Is that better? Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me now?
Joy says, speak up, Sean. I tell him that too. I can never hear him when I'm sitting in the living room. He'll say something, I'll be like, what? What'd you say? Go ahead. Go on, dear.
I don't know what I was going to say. I can hear you now.
TWG7 is here and says, I can hear you now.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, so anyways, we are talking about the Blackwell Ghost, which is a documentary on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can go and watch it. If you don't have Amazon Prime and don't have access to it, what we're going to do today is kind of go over the documentary a little bit, what it's about, so on and so forth. Do you have the link to the video?
No, but I can get it while you turn the music down a bit, because that's what we've been asked to do.
Oh.
So,
turn
you want the link
lower
to the video?
To the YouTube video.
I don't know that you gave me that. Did you give me that? Oh no, I know where that's at.
Please find it.
I will find
Thank
it.
you.
I will find it for you,
All
my
right.
darling. It will happen. I will find it.
Yeah, it's a bit loud. All right.
Why don't you just turn it off? I don't understand why you have to have it on anyway.
Because I want creepy music. There, turned it down. That don't work on me anymore. We've been married way too long.
Oh.
Blowing kisses at me.
typical.
Oh, Jessica Smith. Hello. All right. So, anyways, the Blackwell Ghost. Let me start this yet again. Oh, you're looking for the link.
I'm looking for the link to the. You want the YouTube original long one, right? Is that what
Yes.
you want?
And I gotta sneeze.
All right. Well, you go ahead and sneeze. And so this all basically started.
Oh,
wow.
Jesus, excuse
Bless you. With a YouTube video actually that went out a few years back.
That hurt.
That
Okay.
hurt?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so Marianne's going to drop a link to a video that has over 11 million views that went out. What was it? When was it?
It was in 2012 is when it was posted, but it was supposed to be footage from 2003.
Okay, so it's about a ghost that was at a hotel. Have you guys seen that one? They captured this ghost supposedly that was on the security cameras. Marianne just dropped the link to that. It's like 3 minutes long. If you want to go watch it, come back or bookmark it for later or whatever. So anyways, the story of the Blackwell Ghost starts out with a
Filmmaker.
maker named...
Well, in the video he doesn't say. In the film he doesn't say, but his real name is Turner Clay.
Turner Clay. Okay. Who made basically zombie movies.
Yes.
Okay. And he wanted to, he left the movie industry out in California and went back to Kentucky.
Where he grew up.
Yeah, where he grew up, and he wanted to do a documentary on paranormal investigations and ghosts, so to speak.
Basically, he wanted to try to prove the existence of ghosts.
Yeah. So that's what he was going to do. Kind of like trying to follow in the footsteps of Ghost Adventures. That's how they began. If you guys didn't know that, they made a documentary in search of ghosts, and that's how it all started. Okay? All right, so hence the Blackwell Ghost. That's the documentary. All right, I'm jumping ahead. So anyways.
Probably.
In the Blackwell Ghost, there is footage, supposedly, security footage from within this house that shows some activity, like the light turning on and a ghost walking around, that kind of thing, which sparked his interest. Okay, this is a shot of that other video that I talked about, that's out on YouTube that basically went viral. Okay. And this is what's his name again?
Turner Clay.
Turner Clay. That's Turner Clay. I'm going to come back to that. As you go through the documentary, he talks about, again, like how he went back to Lexington, Kentucky, and he wanted to get started with this. And he said that in the documentary that he got contacted by the people who posted that viral video. Somehow he knew them, like through Facebook, that kind of thing. Got a hold of him. I think he did say that he posted out there that he wanted to make a documentary. They got a hold of him, so on and so forth. This is a screenshot of where he's, talking about that. How the whole thing came about. Okay. Now, as it progresses, he's supposedly talking to John on the phone.
Right, and John is the name of the guy that is in
supposedly
the footage.
in that footage of the video.
In the YouTube video.
Yeah. And, he's questioning them, asking them whether the footage is valid, or
is it
faked,
real?
or is it real, that kind of thing.
Hello, Spencer Entertainment TV.
And then the documentary basically takes a turn at this point. Okay, and I'll come back to that. All right, so what do we have in chat? We had an Amazon Prime I'm watching it tonight. Okay, great, because I'm going to ask you guys if you do have access to it to watch it for next week's thing, because next week we're going to come on and we're going to play a video showing you our analysis of it. Then we're going to have a panel come up and ask their opinions and give them some questions ahead of time and kind of like go into more detail of it. I don't know what the top thing is.
The top thing is just a piece of paper I had.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will mention.
Okay.
But that's not free.
TWG7 says, wait, nobody told me we were going to have homework.
Well, it's if you want to, because then you'll know what we're talking about next week. I'm trying to kind of tell you what it's about this week to kind of set it up for next week.
Just in case you don't do your homework.
In case you don't do your homework,
like
we're giving you a cheat sheet. All right. So at this point in the documentary, he's saying John's not getting back to him. Basically his documentary's put on hold. He doesn't know what he's going to do because he doesn't have any leads, that kind of thing.
Right.
So it takes a turn. And I'm flipping back and forth because I don't remember what these screens are. Oh, this is where he says that he found out about the house, the Blackwell house.
Yes. The one that you showed the picture of the lamp on already.
Yeah, and he's analyzing the security footage. I'm leaning over here so you guys can hear me. He's analyzing the security footage and he's talking about that. Now, this is an interesting part of it, of the thing. He lives in Lexington, Kentucky.
Yes.
And the house in the documentary is in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Okay. And he's also a pilot. So in the documentary, it shows him flying from Lexington, Kentucky. That's his wife, right?
That is in the documentary. It said that that is his wife.
They're flying from Lexington to Kentucky to Pennsylvania to go to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What?
Nothing. I was just looking at her hand. That's all.
Oh, okay. All right. So this here is the Blackwell house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. That's where they went. That's where the security footage was from, and where they will stay during the making of the documentary.
That's right. Now, here he is interviewing the owner of the home, whose name was Cliff? Greg. See, that's why she's here, because I don't remember. And I've only watched it like 4 times before this live stream.
Yeah, but he watched it twice today.
Yeah. So anyway, he's interviewing him about the house. You can see that look on his face. He's skeptical.
He's like, whatever.
They're sitting down here at the table, and Greg's basically telling him that his parents passed away in the house.
That's correct. Apparently his father fell down the main staircase and died at the bottom of the staircase, and his mom got sick and died in her bedroom upstairs.
Yeah. I can do this. There we go. Okay.
It's us.
Yeah. So here they are upstairs in the main master bedroom.
Yes, this is Greg's room.
Yeah, and Greg is telling him this is basically the only room in the house that is free of activity. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like the safe room.
Yeah, he says that the ghosties don't seem to bother him, and I think his phrase in the documentary was, "They respect my privacy."
Yeah. We're going to talk about, or should I talk about now, the part 2?
Oh, you can do whatever
There is a
you
part
want.
2 to this documentary.
Hello, Teresa.
But it's not free on Prime. You actually have to pay for it. We actually watched part 2. In part 2, they bring up a very valid point about the house. It was that this bedroom was actually an addition that was put on.
Yes.
Which kind of is like, that might make sense, because the spirits might not know that room exists, and that's why it stops at that door. That could have been a window, like they were running upstairs to look out the window, so to speak.
Yeah. TWG7 says, I didn't know ghosts respected privacy, and so that's kind of why we were thinking that was odd. But in the second one, they kind of mentioned that this was kind of an addition, and it makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so this is the basement, and here's how the story goes about the Blackwell house. Is supposedly back in the 40s, there was a woman named Mrs. Blackwell, and she was suspected of
murdering 7 children, chopping them up and sticking them down that drain.
Yeah, sticking them down in that well. Okay, so that's the story. Okay. Which is quite interesting. All right, so as the documentary goes on, he starts doing some paranormal experiments. Mm-hmm. He puts a cross made out of tissue paper there on that table and puts a ball on it to see if the ball gets moved.
Yeah, he just happens to have a little roll of toilet paper in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as it goes on, they start featuring some paranormal activity during the documentary. One of them, they're spending the night there, and the basement is on fire. Not the basement, the first floor. And they go downstairs and find out that something turned on the oven. Mm-hmm. And was causing all kinds of smoke, and the smoke detectors and all that stuff to go off, which was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. There's another picture of some of the activity with all the cupboards opened and all that kind of stuff.
Irish Whiskey wants to know if they watch The Living Shower. And I would say, sure.
Absolutely.
I would expect that if they wanted to, they certainly could.
Here's another shot. Now, I
sure
can only show you guys, due to copyright, even though we're kind of doing something that's fair use because we're teaching you something, but even because of copyright, I can only show you screenshots of this. I can't show you the video, which would have been cool, but yeah. But in this shot here,
that's why you have homework.
Yeah. In this shot here, he's running up to that master bedroom, or the safe room, so to speak. Yeah, because he got freaked out. Now, one of the things that, this was like maybe the third or fourth thing that made us kind of go, He placed a call requesting newspaper articles. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh yeah, no problem. We'll email them to you. Like, how many thousands of them? 4,000 of them?
Yeah, ridiculous amount. And I said that would be one humongous email. Yeah. Not to mention the fact that, like, how many of these places are just going to send it to you that day?
Yeah. As he's going through the articles, he comes across this photograph of the woman that supposedly committed those crimes.
Right.
And that is her.
Yes.
Mrs. Blackwell.
Yes. Ruth, if you'd like to know her first
name.
name.
Ruth Blackwell. That's right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have to watch a documentary basically to find out, some of the more activity that took place, them really being freaked out over it, some of the other stuff.
His wife wasn't too freaked out. He was the scaredy cat.
Yeah. When you first watch it, you're like, this is pretty interesting. It's pretty compelling. The more you watch it, it's like, wow, I wish that we could make a phone call to the library and they'll send us 4,000 articles.
Yeah, in an email today.
And we don't actually have to go to that library and spend hours upon hours doing research. And do you have microfiche? No, we don't have that stuff. It's in this other library. Or no, we don't have those records. That building burnt down. Or, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting and entertaining documentary. I will say that.
It is entertaining.
Yes.
It keeps you watching.
Yes.
Yes.
Keeps you on your seat.
Yeah. You want to know what happens next.
Will you get freaked out if you're not into the paranormal? Don't watch it alone in the dark.
So TWG7, don't watch it alone.
I've already talked to a couple of people that aren't into the paranormal that's going to be on the panel next week, and one of them said they got freaked out.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Me, I'm like, man, that's cool. I wish that would happen. But
I know. I said the same thing. I wish I could get that kind of evidence.
Yeah.
Princess Me, I Canada, Beyond the Grave. Hello. Oh, maybe it's Mel. Princess Mel, Canada. I betcha. Tariel G, nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by to both of you.
Did you say hi to ATGH Travels?
I didn't see and they're right literally in the middle. Hi, ATGH Travels. They're literally right in the middle of the two that I didn't recognize. And I'm like, oh, I want to say hi to them. Hi, ATJH. Didn't mean to look past you. They said, by the way, that they're loving our recent videos.
Oh, well, thank you very much. this live stream, Let's Talk Paranormal, we're kind of priming everybody up for next week's show. Okay?
Right.
We just kind of hit the highlights of a documentary called The Blackwell Ghost. Okay. If you have access on Amazon Prime, if you get a chance to watch it for next week, we're going to tear into it with our analysis because we've already spent a day and a half on it. And tonight, after the show's over, we're going to actually start making a video showing you guys how we analyze this and what our opinion is, whether it's true or faked.
Yes, because there was a lot of questioning of that by a lot.
There's a lot out there about it. A lot of articles that other researchers basically have posted.
And it was for both this movie and the video clip that's at the beginning of it that was the YouTube video.
Yeah. So, there's some controversy over it. There's some problems that I have with it that we're going to cover next week. I don't want to kind of like... I don't want to spoil it for everyone if you haven't seen it yet. Yeah. And I'm trying to keep Marianne... You know how we keep talking about under the table where we pinch each other? I'm trying to keep her from ruining next week's show because, But when you first watch it, I want your first opinion when you see it because it is quite interesting. It's very well put together.
Yes.
I will have to say that.
Yeah, and if and when you watch it, at the beginning of it, he does say that he made... zombie films, and that he's not very good at it.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
But this was very well put together.
All right, so let me take this off. I'll give you a little bit. I don't want to give it all away. But
TWG7, what are you talking about? TWG7 says, sorry I was late. I got caught up in a shootout.
Holy cow.
And she doesn't leave the house very often. So
yeah, I hope that wasn't at your house.
I hope the shootout wasn't in your house.
That would be horrible.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wrap up this section with kind of telling you what's going on next week. Like I said, we're putting together a video as soon as the live stream's over. We're going to get a little bite to eat and then work on it sitting here.
She says you know.
Okay, I'll have to think about it. Okay. But I want to point out something here. In that
Tulare Paranormal Investigation Team, welcome and hello.
In the documentary, it shows an article that he found and how that house, it's the same house. Okay. To kind of give you guys a little bit. This is a
mashup picture.
Yeah,
actually.
This is actually a transition in that video. Kind of give you guys a little bit on how we do some research and look at things. One thing that stuck out on us just on that transition alone, that photo in the newspaper was supposed to be from 1941, and that's a recent 1941. That's a recent photo. Do you think the trees grew at all in that amount of time?
And you're the one that's telling me to keep my mouth shut.
I know. I'm just giving them little tidbits about next week. That's all.
Yeah. So.
Should I stop? I could stop.
I'm just saying.
That does give you a little taste of what our video is.
These were supposed to be at the end, but you went through your thing in 10 minutes instead of your normal 30, and so now you're at the end of your show and you're showing them the homework pictures.
I'll go back.
I'm just saying. That's the homework pictures.
Okay. What was the last one?
Oh dear.
Maybe we should just leave all that for next week. We'll just leave it at that. Next week, analysis and panel discussion about the documentary.
Okay.
All right, we'll leave it at that.
All right. So, anyways, what else
do you want? So we're done with the Blackwell. We're done with that intro. Let's look in the chat. Let's see what we got. TWG7. I cannot think. Oh, Shootout. She was stuck in. She plays that video game.
Oh, okay.
Video game.
All
she
right.
was stuck in the video game.
See, now I was all concerned about you. Oh,
stuck
goodness.
in the video game. Holy cow.
Okay, so.
Yeah, when you say shootout, you gotta remember we
live in Youngstown.
We live in Youngstown. At any time, we could hear a shootout through our window.
Anyways, let's see here. ATJH Travel says those Lanterman's Mill videos really took me down a trip down memory lane. Because remember, they used to live around here.
Absolutely.
And
awesome stuff.
Then
I want ATGH Travels to come up maybe in the spring. Okay, spring or summer. We need to just pick a date. You guys come up. We'll do a picnic. We'll treat you guys, all that stuff, and we'll go down and do a collab video at the Pioneer Pavilion.
Okay.
We have to do that, which is not that far from Lantermansville, and we have to cover Pioneer Pavilion. But that'd be kind of cool. We do like a collab with them.
Mm-hmm. So Tulare.
So there's an invitation. We just have to pick a date.
Yes.
Are they still here? Hopefully they're still here.
Yes.
They probably didn't hear that. They probably left. No, they're still here.
Stop. So Tulare Paranormal Investigation Team says, if we ever find bones at an investigation site, can we send them to Marianne Donnelly?
Well, if you find bones, legally, you have to get a hold of the police.
Right. Legally, you have to contact the police, and they would take over. It would become a crime scene, theoretically, until they figure out whether they're human or not. But would I have enjoyed it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
But legally, no.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Any type of human remnants that you would come across, you legally have to contact the police.
Yes.
And actually, that's a good point, because we did that series of when we went to Chicago, and Marianne was with
Jeff Mudgett.
Jeff Mudgett.
Yeah.
Okay. He's trying to raise funds to do a tiny excavation on the murder castle.
Mm-hmm.
See, if they find any bones, now it becomes a legal case. Meaning, see, Jeff Mudgett, who's the great-great-grandson of H.H. Holmes, is a former federal attorney. So he knows the legal ins and outs. If he can prove that the legal part of the investigation was handled incorrectly, if he can prove that, then he can get what's that called, a judgment or something like that, where he can go in and open that case back up again, and they can excavate on the murder castle
Grounds.
Yeah, on the grounds, because it's buried over. It's just a
It was not, the murder castle was knocked down, and they basically filled in the ground.
Right. So
and then they built a post office over part of it.
That's what his campaign is now, actually. So,
right.
But that's a good question that you bring out.
Yeah.
Sure,
like
she would love them.
I would love them, but
she would be ecstatic if we get a UPS and open it up and.
Yeah, but legally, that's
so
not...
what would you have to do if you got that in the mail?
I'd have to contact the police and say, I got this in the mail today, and they would have to come and...
So if you do send it, don't put postage where it came from.
They would then investigate and try to figure out where it came from, contact the people who it came from, and find out where they got it, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Interesting.
But I do actually have human remains. Are
we still streaming? Because chat's
I know
dead.
Chat's dead. Nobody's saying anything.
You guys still there?
I have.
I hope you're there.
2 skeletons in my classroom. I have 2 human skeletons in my classroom, and we have.
Oh, there's somebody. Teresa Gregory, being distracted by my 3-year-old.
Yeah. That'll distract anyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just watch a clip of our son. Don't believe in it. Okay. All right, TWC. All right, there we go. So we know people are here.
We know they're here. They're just listening intently to what I would do if I got mail, which was bones.
Yeah, I am on Top Chat. Should I be on Live Chat?
I'm on Live Chat, and there wasn't anything going on.
Yeah, Top Chat. Yeah. I don't really understand the difference between the Top Chat and Live Chat because it doesn't really change anything.
No, I haven't seen any differences as I do them either. But Minx Laura 123's Wacky World is here. Thank you for joining us. Glad to see you. They said they are into the paranormal as well.
Well, awesome. You're in the right spot. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. I hate that we have to say that. As creators, we have to say that. I hate that we have to say that. I really do. But if you don't,
Nobody comes to see
You don't know how many live streams I've been on since we've been off. I've been hopping around. You guys have seen me out there in the community, and like I forget to hit the like button unless somebody says it. I'm like, holy cow!
I usually don't.
Did you hit our like button?
I did, but I usually don't like ours until somebody in the chat says, "Don't forget to do it," and then I'm like, "Oh yeah."
It's just human nature, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, this is like really interesting, and I'm having a great time. I forget to hit the like button.
Yeah. So I'm not familiar with Tulare Paranormal Investigation Team. I don't know if you are, but I really gotta go check them out because they're like, we gotta go bury our bones now.
Let's see if we were subscribed. No, we're not. Guess what? We are. You have a new subscriber, and I'm going to take your most recent video and put it on my watch list.
There you go. There you go.
I will watch you when I get a chance.
So Kel's fam is here, and so is Budget Bushcraft. So nice to see you guys.
Budget Bushcraft.
Yes.
Kel's fam, how are you doing? All right, so I have a question, and because Kel's fam, I don't know, you might be new too. Let me look.
Well, I've seen them around.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay, but we're not subscribed. We are now.
Look at that.
We are now. So maybe I should wait.
TWG7 says, "Hi, Yankee the Ghost." So Yankee must have said that he was gonna stop by. If Yankee is here, hello, Yankee.
Hello, buddy. Yankee the Voyeur. Which Marianne didn't see your video, but I watched it last night. It was pretty cool. He showed how he does special effects on his phone.
That's pretty interesting because I can't do much of anything on my phone.
Yeah. Yeah. We have pretty nice phones, and we can make calls and text.
Yeah. And I can take pictures. But I don't.
And we do record video.
But I don't do any editing of any kind on there. Alright. So, that's pretty much everything that's going on here in chat. So now we need a topic.
I'm out of topic. I think I'm out
I know, because you went through your intro stuff so fast today.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't either. Like, I don't know how you did that. You had to have left something out.
I don't think I did.
I don't know.
I know it took a while to put it together. It did.
Oh, dear.
It took most of the day to put it together, and I zipped through it in 10 minutes, but one more smoke, and then I'm going to take you with me to heat up my burger and fries.
Aw, Budget says he's canceling because Yankee's at the hospital with some people.
Aw.
Sorry, Yankee. Hope everything turns out alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely makes you tired. I agree. Okay.
Yeah, please, Budget, pass along our thoughts and prayers. Tell him we're thinking about him and the people he's in charge of care of. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yep. All
right, so who's going to watch the documentary?
Well, I know TWG7 doesn't want homework, so I'm going to go with she probably won't. What do you think?
TWG7?
Yeah.
No, she'll forget about it. She'll forget. We just gave her the Cliff Note version. She's good to go.
She's good to go.
She's good to go.
Hello, Colorado Martini.
Colorado Martini.
Nice to see you.
We have to apologize to you because we didn't do that ugly sweater thing we were supposed to. We got pummeled the 1st of December.
I never said we would.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't
because I didn't. You were yelling at me
because
that
I
we
didn't
have to do this.
Well, if I was able to get you in a shirt, I was just going to, go, hey, surprise.
Was that why you were saying, hey, we need to wear these for the event we went to?
Yeah, but you didn't, so
I'm sorry. It's my fault.
He doesn't pick up on hints well.
But we got pummeled the 1st of December with being in all kinds of collabs and everything we had going on, and I was trying to make a list not to forget something.
Yeah, but see, they sent that to Boris. They didn't send that to you.
Oh, well, then it's not my fault then.
Yeah, and I didn't pass it on to you because I thought I would do it like a secret thing. I thought I was gonna try to do it secretively, but
I tried to go covert, but you screwed it up.
I didn't screw it up. You just wouldn't wear a shirt.
Oh, trying to trick me.
TWG7 says, I won't forget. I won't. I swear I'm the best student ever. Oh, ATGAH, thank you.
Awesome stream. I don't know about that.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not her best.
Yeah. But Sean just, like, zipped through his stuff.
We probably should have did the Blackwell Ghost as a Behind the Haunting. We probably should. We haven't done those since Lizzie Borden. I wanted to do one while we were off, but those take so much time to get together. Mm-hmm. We have a couple of them planned.
But see, Behind the Haunting I don't think would work well for this one. I'm just saying.
No?
No.
Okay. Whatever.
I don't think so.
We still need to do Behind the Haunting. We use Christian cuss words. Oh, wait a minute.
Budget Bushcraft says, gotta get mom's blood pressure and sugar. Love making mom bleed after all these years. I know, right? Whenever my mom needs me to give her shot or something, I just like to go right in there. She's like, why do you have to be so violent? I'm like, I'm not. I'm just doing it. It's just like, bam, done. Like, why should I go like, oh, okay, I'll stick you. You know, the longer it takes, the harder it's gonna be, right?
You hear that, Mom? She's probably watching.
I know. But why would I want to do it slow? I want to do it fast and get it done.
I guess you're right. It's kind of like ripping off a Band-Aid.
Exactly.
Get it done.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? I could probably...
Turn that music off?
I'm going to turn the music off. All right, I'll turn the music off. There. You probably hear us better.
Probably could. All right.
But she's at a pub waiting.
Yes.
That could be problems.
Well, it could help. It could contribute. It could contribute.
Yeah.
Budget says, I'm the parent now. Yep. Hope your mom is starting to do better and get on the mend. I know that she's been struggling for a while. Hopefully it gets a little bit better. And Colorado Martini says she's waiting on Mr. Martini. If you put the M mic in front of you, it helps having to remember that.
MMIC. I don't know what that is.
It could just be Mike. She could have just...
Pusha's going to watch a puppet show.
All right. Puppet show?
No orders. Next 6. No worries on the ugly sweater. Next 6. Okay.
Cryptic messages. Uh-oh, I think Colorado Martini just got busted. Pusha Studio says, Colorado Martini in a pub? I thought you were not feeling well. Busted.
In my kitchen puppet show.
Oh, the kids are going to do a puppet show. Aw, that's so sweet. You should record it.
Why would you want to do that?
So she can share.
You got YouTube-itis. Oh, we got to record that. Oh, that make good footage. Are you cold, by the way? I opened the window.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm right. I think I'm getting older because, like, I'm not cold. I haven't been cold this whole holiday break yet.
So we got a lot of parapeeps in here.
We do.
I have a question for you guys, parapeeps that watch our stuff. Okay? I put out a question on the last trailers, and I heard back from a couple people, but I'm going to ask you guys. What do you think about the trailers? Should we stop doing them? I kind of like created a purpose for them now, so maybe I should just keep doing them. I started doing the trailers, and I'll be honest with you. These are the ones that come out on Monday and telling you what's going on for the week on Panic D videos. But I came across 1 minute creepy music. That's why I started doing the trailers, so I could use that music. But now what I'm starting to do is creating a playlist for each of the locations. So if you look at the front page of our channel now, there's a playlist for Fort Zachary Taylor, and the first video is that trailer, and then it has each video that we did for that week. Then I did some searching, and I found other people's videos that are related to Fort Zachary Taylor, and they're after our videos. So that playlist now has all kinds of videos related to that location. The start is the trailer video. So, what do you think? Do you guys like them? Do you watch them? Do you not care? Do you just do whatever we want, or not do them? Are they a waste of time? What's your opinion?
All right. So I've got some results. So TWG7 says to keep doing them.
Okay.
Budget Bushcraft says arterial fibrillation, gonna have to reboot his mom's heart. Hopefully that works. He says it works with my laptop. Maybe it works with people. So at least he's keeping a good.
You know what, Budget? My mom goes through that too. Yeah, AFib.
Colorado Martini said, I wasn't sick. I had surgery on my shoulder and I'm better. So she's not busted. And Teresa Gregory says she is, there's a 3-year-old versus mom who's been up for 26 hours.
Teresa Gregory, I think you're the one that replied back on our thing that said to keep them. I like them. I'll keep them. So that's 2 to keep them.
Okay.
So I'll keep, because for me, okay, I kind of like them because it breaks up the videos. I know which week.
Oh.
It keeps it together.
Oh, so you like it
them.
for you.
So when I see that little arrow, it's like, oh, okay, that goes with that week. And
okay.
But I like them because of those little 1-minute little creepy music clips, and then I put the pictures to the beats of the music, and they're only like a minute, but it kind of puts out the schedule for the week. Okay. Which next week, TWG7, we're coming back down to St. Augustine, not physically.
Yeah, not
on
physically.
On the channel, we're doing the St. Augustine Lighthouse.
Yes.
Next week.
Yeah. That's right. We won't be there, but the videos will be about there.
Yeah.
So, Colorado Martini says that Mr. Martini accidentally activated the fire alarm in one of his buildings, and so that's why she's waiting on him, because he had to go take care of that.
Oh, that sucks. Oh.
See, now it was my turn to sneeze. All right, and we're not even sick.
Yeah. Okay, ATJA Travels. Thanks for stopping by. And if you guys are live tomorrow, I think you are.
They usually
are. Probably hop on there if you are. Abraxas Paranormal. Hello, hello, hello. Haunted Explorers. I'm pretty sure we have you. Mm-hmm. Want to make sure.
Thank you, Abraxas. Bless me.
Yes, we do.
So hello, welcome.
So you guys that are just coming in, I kind of went over a cheat sheet cliff notes of a documentary called The Blackwell Ghost. If you haven't seen it, if you have Amazon Prime, it's on there for free. You can actually go and watch that. And next week, what we're going to do is we're making, like after the show tonight, we're going to make an analysis video that we're going to play during the live stream next week, our analysis of it. And then we're going to have a panel of some, I don't think we're going to say who it is.
No.
We'll surprise them next week.
Yeah.
People come on and give their opinion about it too.
Right.
So.
And we're going to have
That's right. We're going to have somebody from the paranormal field. We're going to have somebody who kind of believes in the paranormal, okay, but really hasn't investigated. Somebody that has like nothing to do with the paranormal, that kind of thing. Kind of mix it up and get people's opinions. And I'll go over the point of this project next week of why I'm doing this and why I think it's kind of important. But
Teresa Gregory
launch a tickle attack.
Yeah, I was going to say is launching a tickle attack on the 3-year-old.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
She's
Yeah, I got confused. I was hoping you weren't the one that was in the pub.
No, that's Colorado Martini. Oh my gosh.
I know, I'm just joking.
Oh.
It's a joke. That's a joke. It's a joke.
Teresa will have to at least tell us who won, the 3-year-old or her.
So, are we going to start doing games again?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Did you guys like doing the games, or do you want to do just talking?
Or should we mix it up? We haven't done a game.
We haven't in quite some time. So, tell us in the chat what you would prefer. Do you want us to...
We were doing the games, and we were trying to put a spin on it to make it paranormal, because the name of the show is Let's Talk Paranormal.
Right.
But it seems like our live streams were kind of like more popular when we were doing games.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was an attack, not a fight.
All right. Sounds good, Abraxas.
I keep forgetting about that delay.
I know.
You know, it's like,
because it's like you ask the question and then you do take a while to get
it's like an EVP session. You get a delayed response to your questions.
Oh, dear. TWG7 says, I don't think I saw them. I think mix it up.
You weren't coming around when we played like Would You Rather, and we played they were Paranormal Would You Rather, and then we played Paranormal. I know what we haven't done in a while too that we could do, like not next week but the week after, is the ESP test. We only did that once, and I think Abraxas ran away with it because he's just like.
Is it Abraxas?
Yeah, it was Abraxas. He got like all of them. We could do that too.
Well, hello, Inspired John. How are you today?
We did that. We did Paranormal Battleship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we made it haunted house, haunted asylum, stuff like that, instead of your battleship and your, I don't even know what other things are in the battleship game.
Yeah. So we were thinking about a, what's down here? Family Feud type thing. Never saw that. That must be before we met you, TWG.
Might have been.
Yeah. Inspired John.
But we definitely haven't done them in a while.
A little off our pace tonight.
Yeah, this is not normal.
I know. We've been on vacation for 2 weeks. That's why. We go back to work Monday. We're going to be like...
Yeah.
Next Saturday, we'll be like... I know it.
Well, thanks for stopping in, Abraxas. Get back to work. Joy says they're back. Inspired John says, is it paranormal?
What paranormal?
I think the games, maybe.
Well, we put a paranormal spin on them.
Yeah.
You know, like we did, the Paranormal Battleship and Paranormal Would You Rather, where we actually made the games. So that took some time, but I think the Family Feud one, we would just play Family Feud. I don't think we'll make that paranormal because we bought that game that we could do.
Okay.
Maybe we'll make a couple paranormal ones and throw them in there.
There you go.
We could call it Paranormal Would You Rather, because we are a paranormal channel and you're supposed to stick with your genre. I like that word, genre. It's a funny word.
Hello, Crypt 6.
That would be funny too, to do a show. Funny words or not. Funny or not. Genre. Is it a funny word? No. See, this is all the stuff that we were doing, trying to get our hours. Now that we have our hours.
We wanted to go back to just being normal, but then...
And that's kind of why we only go live kind of once a week, because we want to support you guys that's trying to get your hours. Mm-hmm. You know, let you guys go live. We'll come on your live stream and help you get your hours instead of us just going live just to go live. I'd rather have something to talk about.
Yes.
When we go live, because you guys helped us get our hours.
That's right.
Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Makes sense in my head. That's all that matters, right?
So, Inspired John says, do you have to stick within your genre? And Trolari Paranormal says, eat some paranormal pizza.
Paranormal pizza.
Which is kind of funny because literally every time you go ghost hunting, what do you get? You get a pizza from someplace in town.
That's right. That's a staple for our ghost hunting adventures.
Yes.
Pizza. Where are we getting pizza from? It's all about the food. It's all about the food. Yeah. You think it's paranormal No, it's about the food.
It's about the food. We have to feed the ghosts.
If you could go paranormal investigating and have hot dogs at midnight, it's freaking awesome. nothing like a hot dog on the George Foreman grill at midnight.
That's right.
And I tell you what, we've been to places where we pulled out that George Foreman grill, fired up doing hot dogs, and boy, does it stir up the activity too.
It
does. You guys
does.
like to have a hot dog?
They haven't had anybody give them food
Doesn't
in a
that
while.
smell good?
Manchester, hello, Happy New Year.
We got paranormal people in here. You guys could chime in. Right. If you have food where you take a break during an investigation, you're out there all night, you're straining to hear things, and you're getting headaches because of EVP sessions and listen to the spirit box, and when you take that break and you could just go and sit down and chill and have a hot dog or pizza or something and just relax, that's a good feeling. Mm-hmm. Then you get charged up and like, let's do this, and you push through to 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
At least, yeah.
And then you just want some pillow somewhere to lay down and go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's the life of a paranormal investigator. Mm-hmm. But it's fun.
Thank you, Inspired John.
Inspired
Tacos
John.
with Diablo
Thank
sauce.
You know, Inspired John, I really do appreciate your super chat. I really do. But that's the second one this month that you gave us. I wish you'd just go and pay the $1 a month and become a Patreon supporter, and you could see some of the behind the scene videos. Just saying. Think about it.
He says closer to the plane ride.
That's right. That's right. So all the super chat that we're putting together here, we're going to need thousands and thousands of dollars, but we're going to rent a plane and start up there where Pusha's at, and other people that are parapeeps in Canada, and fly all the way down
collecting
to the Key
people
West.
Along the way.
Yeah. We're going to stop off in certain places, do some investigation, and our final destination is Key West. Just have a big old party all the way down.
There you go.
Private jet. It could happen.
We're gonna need Inspired John to stop by more often.
It could happen.
Oh, goodness gracious. Fuchsia Studios says they are back from the puppet show. Hope it was yummy and not yummy, because it wouldn't want to eat the puppets.
So then the next phase of the party jet, would be a party cruise where we
go and visit Polly.
We all go out and visit Polly.
There you go.
A cruise. Yeah, because I'm not flying from California to Hawaii. I don't care. It's not happening. That's going to be too long of a flight over water. No. Water's meant to have boats, not planes.
All right. Well, Inspired John says they're off to see Vice, and Pusha says you won't get passes Canada. I think they mean past Canada. We'll get stuck in Canada. Does that mean we're not going to be able to get over the border with our plane?
I think you have different things that you can deal with a private jet. Just have to get through customs.
That's right. Definitely have to get through customs.
The only thing we have to worry about getting through customs is Marianne saying that she's carrying insects.
Which is true. When I go to Puerto Rico, I go to the butterfly people, and I purchase some butterflies for on my wall, and they're dead, they're boxed, they're art, and it says, "Are you bringing back any insects?" right there on that form. So I have to declare that I'm bringing back on the customs declaration
when she told them they
forms.
were dead, they're like, just go.
Yeah, I'm like, it's art, and they're like, but they're dead.
You have people with cases of alcohol, like rum and all this other stuff, and like cases of cigarettes and all this stuff. They're bringing us back. Here we are. She's worrying about dead butterflies. They're like, just go.
It's true, though. I wanted to be truthful on my declarations form. I didn't want to lie and say I didn't have them. I did have them. I had insects. They just happened to not be alive. They were just art.
Just go.
But if any of you ever go to Puerto Rico, I do highly suggest going to the butterfly people.
Yeah, the butterfly people was cool. When we went to Puerto Rico, I think I was telling Inspired John, I think it was, I was on a panel with them. Yeah, we went to Puerto Rico. The one destination, there was 2 destinations we wanted to go to. Number 1 was to, where are you going? Just grab
3.
one out of the hallway.
Well, I just want to get these ones. But there's 3, actually. There were 3. We wanted
Well,
to go.
she's correcting me, 3. I know one of them was to see the gravesite of Ponce de Leon. Did that. That was off the beaten path. Well, everybody else was shopping. They're like, oh, it's a shopping excursion. I'm like, no, we don't want to go shopping. We did want to find the butterfly people because Marianne does collect these butterflies. And what was the 3rd one?
The Fort San Cristobal.
The what? Oh, the fort. Yeah, I know the fort, but that wasn't during the shopping excursion. That was part of the tour.
Oh, yeah.
So here's what this is from the butterfly people. I think you guys can see that.
Yeah.
So basically they preserve the butterflies. Some of these are kind of expensive. They have bigger ones too.
Yeah.
They match the colors and
Mm-hmm.
but they're actual butterflies.
Yeah.
So
He still has to hang these ones up for me from when we went the last time.
I gotta hang a bunch of stuff up actually.
Yeah,
Should have
you
did that
do.
while we were off.
You should have, but
I didn't.
we actually relaxed. We did nothing really.
Yeah, this was a vacation to kind of
It
chill
was like
out.
really nice. I enjoyed laying on the couch for a few days. It was awesome.
We had to chill out because the next few months are going to be kind of harsh. We're coming into testing season, so I have to make sure all the computers are running, all the Chromebooks, and the internet.
And I have to make sure we get through all the topics we
You
gotta
got to get
through.
the kids passed for the test.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the butterfly people, they do. There's other companies that do it, that make those. Actually, Marianne knows how to make them too, but
What
with
do I
the
know?
jars, how to make the butterflies. But
Mm-hmm.
they're the most
The most,
professional looking.
they're awesome.
They don't look fake. They look like the butterfly is still flying. So.
Yeah. So Tulari says Marianne collects old bones and dead bugs. Yeah.
She's a biology teacher.
Yeah, I do.
Absolutely. You gotta see her classroom.
Exactly. And Pusha Studio says, what other weird things have you brought over the border? Wouldn't you like to know?
No, I think that's the weirdest.
No, yeah. I don't.
We only went over the border once, you and I together.
Yeah, but I've gone a couple other times. Most of the time, if I'm gonna buy something weird, I ship it home. I do UPS.
Yeah, that makes it easier.
Or FedEx, because otherwise you have so many more issues to deal with.
Yeah, if you could do the custom forms through shipping, it's much easier.
Yeah, and I highly suggest doing that if you're bringing any skulls, even intercontinental, like even within the continent, not transcontinental.
Skulls and skeletons.
Yeah, because when I first started going to my biology conference, I used to buy a lot of skulls, and then I'd stick them in my carry-on bag, and I'd bring them on board,
Yeah.
But now the security is so much tighter, they would really frown upon that, so I ship all those home now.
Yeah. Chili con ghetto is not recommended. 50-year-old squirrel I met on New Year's Eve. I'm assuming that's squirrel.
It's squirrel, yeah.
50-year-old squirrel. Wow. They don't live that long.
No, but, I have one in my classroom that probably is about that old.
Oh, it's stuffed.
Yeah, I have a taxidermied squirrel in my classroom. Yeah, I've got all kinds of those oddities. But I have a bearskin rug that I got when I was in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Yeah, I already told TWG7 and she got upset about that.
She did?
Yeah, because she's in the bears.
Oh, well.
I said we didn't kill it. We just gave it a home.
I bought it in a store for a lot of money.
Yeah.
That was one thing, like when I went out west, that was one thing my dad asked for. He's like, I want a bearskin rug. So while I was out there, I got him a bearskin rug. And then a few years back, he's like,
when they painted, he didn't want to put it back.
I don't want to put that back on the wall. Just take it home.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So now I got the bearskin rug.
It's brown. Right?
It is.
It's a brown bearskin rug. I would turn the camera around and show you guys this thing, but this room, we keep saying that, this room needs some love first.
Yeah.
Once we get it organized, we'll take you a tour of this creepy.
I still have some things
room.
to put up, and
I think we're really going to creep this room out.
I think
we need to put shelves. I want to kind of make it look like, if you guys ever watch Harry Potter, when he goes into that, she don't, but when he goes into that one store with the wands and it's like there's stuff everywhere, that kind of thing. That's probably what we're going to do in here, because we have so much.
Mm-hmm.
Just have little shelves and things hanging like everywhere. But right now we have stuff that's packed up that we took to the shows that's sitting over here on the floor. We're going to have to go through and...
Yeah, I have some things to put in shadow boxes yet.
Yeah.
So TWG7 says that that's why they do it, because they know I'll buy it. And I will. And let's see. Pusha said they sent you the picture. And TWG7 says, well, it's the brown ones that'll eat a person, so I feel better. Pusha says it was caught by the owner's grandfather in Newfoundland and was given to her parents, where her dad had it in the bedroom, and now she has it.
Well, let me bring it up. I don't know why I brought it up over there, because this screen is...
Monday, I'll have to take a picture of my squirrel and send it to you.
So that's 50 years? That phone looks cool.
Yeah, the phone's awesome. They gave it a New Year's hat, too.
I can't move that over.
I don't know.
It's messed up. I'll move that over. There we go. 50-year-old squirrel. Squirrel. Squirrels are creepy.
What's really funny is I have my squirrel in my classroom, and I had it out on the table. I had put out things from different categories of animals, and it was a little thing for my kids to figure out what genus they were in and things like that. But anyhow,
what was that word?
Genus.
Yes.
Anyway, I had the squirrel out, and my principal came in, and he's like, "Oh, you got a cool dog over there," and I'm like, "That's a squirrel. I think you need to take my class." And I never let him forget that. I'm always like, yeah, you thought that was a dog.
TWZ7 says, don't buy the black bears, please. Well, I don't plan on buying anymore.
No, I didn't. I said genus.
No, she said genus, not
I
penis.
said genus.
Why would they block?
Genus.
Why would they block the word penis? That is the scientific word for the male genitalia.
It is.
I don't know.
But anyhow.
Newfies are the coolest people. I don't know what a newfie is.
I don't either. Don't know what they are. Don't know who they are. Unless they're like Newfoundland people from Newfoundland. Maybe they call them newfies.
Oh, it could be. And we could be completely wrong.
We could be.
Don't know. Oh, I said she didn't say that. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Pusha Studio says, I'm good today. Please take notice.
Oh. You don't have to watch what you say.
Yeah.
I mean,
as long as you don't go start yelling all kinds of swear words, we're good.
Yeah, it's like one of call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. Well, we've been streaming now for an hour and 13 minutes. I think we're pretty close to letting these people go and get on with their evening, don't you?
Okay.
Do your homework.
Yes.
For next week.
Yeah.
Next week will probably be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Probably be a little longer next week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So coming up next week on Panic D Videos, we're doing the St. Augustine Lighthouse. We just wrapped up Fort Zachary Taylor, which we visited in 2016 down in the Keys. Next week is actually the first location that we went on a ghost hunt and didn't know it was a ghost hunt.
True.
Not a ghost tour. A ghost tour was the Spanish military hospital.
Right.
A ghost hunt
Yes.
was St. Augustine Lighthouse, which is the most haunted lighthouse in the United States. Now, a lot of people will argue that with me, but it is. It is. So, the ghost stories and folklore we'll go over. We'll explain why it is. There's some really interesting stuff going on there.
Pretty
There
cool
are
stories.
other haunted lighthouses in the United States. I agree with that statement, but this one is the most active.
There's a lot of different things in a lot of different parts of the campus.
Right. So we're going to be doing the ghost stories and folklore on Tuesday, of course. Friday we'll be doing our location video and covering the history of the lighthouse. Probably do a photo if I could find all the photos, because we were there twice. We were there in 2006 and 2010. And TWG7, we're coming back.
Yeah, we haven't been there since 2010.
We're coming back.
It's 2019.
You know, she's doing a meetup down there on March 9th.
I know. Right in the middle of testing season. March and April are testing for the school.
Yeah. So, and then we might do one, we probably should do a review of the ghost tour, which is still going on down there. Which, TWC, I know it's hard for you to get out, but if you do get out, I really highly recommend you go see that lighthouse during the ghost tour. If you could make it out there, and there are places where you could sit and stuff, but it's a good tour.
You don't have to climb the lighthouse.
I didn't. She did.
I did both times, and I don't think you did at all.
I never climbed that lighthouse. No, it's
219 steps.
Yeah, it's too. That lighthouse has the grill where you look down through and you can see the basement. I don't do good coming down those steps. Nope, not even in the daytime. Not going to happen. Although, now that I've lost this weight, I might be able to climb them stairs. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going back. We are going back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. Pusha's going to go build a fort now.
Alrighty.
And TWG7 says that's creepy.
Not without us. Hey, we'll go. Let's all go together. That would be fun.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
That would be a lot of fun. We'll come pick you up and throw you in our rental car and take you all the creepy places down there. I want to go to the new Pirate Museum.
Yeah, you haven't been to that yet.
No.
It was going to open, or they were going to start working on it that year, and they were planning on opening it, I think, the next year. So that would make it like 2011, and we haven't been there since then.
Yeah. All right, guys.
There was a sign for it.
Thank you very much for joining us and having some fun. Check out our Patreon page. If you're new, hit the subscribe, hit the like, all that other fun stuff.
Yep. And make sure that you do your homework for next time so that you can be part of the conversation about, is it real or is it fake?
That's right. The Blackwell Ghost, real or fake. Alrighty, folks. Until next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting. Let us know if you like this video by hitting that thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see more videos from us in the future, support our channel by hitting that subscribe button and dinging that bell so you get notified the next time there's a video from Panic D Videos.
Thanks for watching.
Happy hunting.